What is possible? What's possible? One, two, one, two. One, two. One, two. One, two. That's not so bad. That is not so bad. Homa. Purple and green go so well together. Purple and green go so well together. Isn't that the main colors for Joker? Isn't it perfect that I would just naturally, because I just thought of that I would naturally, let's imagine the process. I started doing the purple thing whenever I was talking about the sun being purple. I was like, the sun is purple. Purple's a magic color. Yeah. And then that's when I started adjusting the tint. And now green is appearing more, I think, noticeably. Especially when I wear this cap. That's my fake laugh. Today's what? Why? Here's a better question. Why is the Joker purple and green? I have no idea. I just thought of it by looking at this glitchy shit. One of the most iconic villains in comic book history is often depicted wearing a purple and green color scheme. I'm a villain. Bitch, I'm a villain. Dum bum bum. Nigga ha bippa. Because we live in the upside down. All of the villains, until the world is corrected, you have to second guess the villains. It's like that Tucker Carlson impending Civil War warning admonishment thing that I made. They got like 10,000 views. I edited Tucker Carlson giving a keynote speech at the National Conservative Conference. And I did it coming down off of acid. Well, I watched it coming down off of acid. And then I took note in my mind of all the particular moments while I was on acid that sounded like he was basically threatening a civil war. And then I went back and I edited all those moments together. And it really does sound, it's on my main YouTube page. It really does sound like Tucker Carlson's if you watch it the way it's made, it sounds like Tucker Carlson's like fucking over, man. They're not interested in peaceful coexistence. And if you, here we are, what, 6 years later, and it appears that they're not interested in peaceful coexistence. But who knows? Their prerogatives. They at the top who control both sides, left and right, and left and right, and left and right, and left and right, and left and right. Left and right, and left and right, and left, right. Because they, like me, are not ideologically captured. They control the ideological scheme. It is an ancient method of control called divide and conquer, and they've worked out a psychological, psychonautic alchemy. And they're very good at it. It's, all things considered, bravo. They're really fucking good. And that's just, on the surface. On the surface, they're really good. Like if you just take it at face value. Excuse me. Symbolism of colors. The Joker's color scheme. This choice of colors is significant for several reasons. Purple, traditionally associated with royalty, mystery, and madness. Purple reflects... How fucking loud is that background? Purple reflects the Joker's chaotic nature and his self-proclaimed status as clown prince of crime. It also adds a sense of flamboyance and theatricality to his character. Green. This color is often linked to jealousy, greed, and insanity. Wow. What a stretch. For the Joker, green symbolizes his unpredictable and dangerous personality. It also serves to contrast with the purple, making his appearance more striking and memorable. Visual impact. Wow. You guys can tone it down a little bit. I know these are language models, but I have to train Grok. I have to prompt Grok whenever I'm like trying to figure something out to just fucking calm down. Like, chill the fuck out. I know there's probably settings that I'm just overlooking, but my god, couldn't it be the default where instead of a Wikipedia page full of information, you just summarize and then give a button that says like collapse, like expand, like more please, more please. You're not gonna take advice from a fugitive, are you? You're not gonna take advice from the Joker. That's a good segue. I'm listening to I'm studying The Master. The Masters. Where was comedian Bill Hicks mostly active? L.A. and New York. I know he did Austin. He's in Austin. 80s and early 90s. I thought he was an Austinite. Bill Hicks had a strong connection to Austin, Texas, where he began his comedy career. He performed frequently at local venues, including the Cap City Comedy Club and other clubs in the area. Is that still around? Cap City? Cap City? Austin was not only his home base, but also has significant influence on his comedic style and material. Hicks started performing stand-up in Austin in the 80s. The city's eclectic and artistic atmosphere, yada yada yada. Is Cap City still? Is Cap City still around? Cap City. Holy shit. Part of Helium. Where? I should do that later. Century Oaks Terrace. Century Oak. I have no idea where that is. Huh. So the theme is why me? Why me? Why you? Why us? Why now? But in particular, I can't think with those on. I can't think or properly react to the niggers around me. I was inspired by Bill Hicks when I was a teenager. Not just in reference to his appearance on the Tool album Anima, which is where you find him. Which is where you'll find him when there's no internet. You'll open up the Anima CD album art, and you'll see a painting that I think was done by Maynard of a man in a doctor's dressed up like a doctor. Beautiful, beautiful painting, and you're like, well, who the hell is Bill Hicks? Who the fuck is Bill Hicks? Oh, he's on Third Eye. He's on, he's the comedian on the last song of the album. He says, you know, I think drugs have done some really good things for us. And if you don't believe drugs have done good things for us, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go home. Take all your albums, all your CDs, all your MP3s, all your streaming platforms, your Spotify, kill it, burn it, and send it to its grave. Destroy all of your music. Because the singers and musicians who have made all that wonderful music that has enhanced your lives, all the artists who have produced so much to enhance your life, have been real fucking high on drugs. And that's where we get the R in English. That's why it's important that when you say nigger, you say it with a hard R. When you see a nigger, you say it with a hard R. Nigger. Nigger. It comes to us from the late 80s, early 90s. Before the late 80s and early 90s, in American English, the R was not nearly as emphasized, which is why all the rappers, they say it with an nigga. It's kind of a vestige of English, of UK English. Water, nigga. The emphasis on the hard R didn't come until after the 80s and the 90s. We had to correct them, and it was introduced by Bill Hicks, the comedian. Introduced the hard R into the English vernacular. You're welcome. exactly in the world is comedian Louis C.K. right this moment? In exactly this exact moment right now. As of September 12th, comedian Louis C.K. is performing at the Austin City Limits Live at the Moody Theater in Austin, Texas. He has shows scheduled there on both the 12th and the 14th as a part of his Ridiculous tour. Are there any free seats? Any free seats available for homeless people? PP. That's good. I should check my email. I mean, one can hope. I did ask for free tickets. But allegedly, I asked a robot. I don't think it was a robot. I think it was a Louis C.K. Oh, that feels so much better. Oi. Why me? Because I think I'm trying to get up the courage to go do an open mic. That might be what I'm working towards. The moral confidence to do Bill Hicks style comedy in Austin. Maybe. It feels like it. And he is a god. A divine, like he talked about doing mushrooms, he talked about Terrence McKenna, he talked about all the stuff, and he was like, fuck you. His whole fucking energy was like, what the fuck is wrong with you fucking people? And seriously, you need one of those every once in a while. You need someone to say, really, guys? I call bullshit. Really? Seriously? What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck? Oh, take your time. It's fine. It's not like I have anything to do. Why me? Why me? Why you? So what I like to do is just like throw up like a dream catcher. I like to throw up. By the way, this tranny that lives here, he has a fucked up ass mouth. But I've given a couple of, I don't encourage immoral behavior, but I have had a couple of stray thoughts. He looks like what I would call a legitimate tranny. Trans is whatever. Nope. No free tickets. Search man. for a ticket. This mother is no longer supported. Your mother's no longer supported. I like that. Why can't this be talking? Like, he's wearing a dress, he's got like a thin body. And there was somebody else I knew. Oh, I knew of it. I think the trans thing works for super effeminate, like skinny, super effeminate, hairless, and skinny male, I can really, and perhaps it also works for uber, like, on the cusp of bonafide bush dykes, bush lesbian. Those are the domains in which you quote pass. Don't go into any other. Find a new kind of identity. If you can trick a dude into believing you're a woman, then you don't belong pretend. You can. I can see this. There's something there. I can see it. Oh. June 17th. Ticketmaster. Casey. Mammoth Live. So what the fuck are these? Mammoth? What is okay, so these are all, speaking of trannies, I'm kidding. Lucy Dotting. No. By the way, again, this is the 1990s internet. Like, let's just go back 20 years and start over, guys. Seriously, I don't think I'll read tonight, so because Lucy Kay is a fucking spick. Look at this. Look at that. Win a 2-nig. You see it? Win a 2-nig. Win a 2-nig. I bet. Nutcracker, June 17th. Yeah. There's nothing here that pops out. This one kind of looks. Weird. The Nutcracker. No thanks. Why me? Serious question. Let's see who's going to answer it. Claude, Scout, 120B. What the fuck is that? GPT OSS. What does that mean? Reasoning. High moderation. High moderation means you can't say nigger. Why? You know what I did though the other day? I said, and I think What does this one say? WhyMe. Chance, purpose, agency. Because there was this lawsuit, or it's either an ongoing lawsuit or it's either an ongoing lawsuit or a resolved lawsuit with ChatGPT for assisting in a suicide, allegedly. So the other day, I wish I could have saved it. The other day, I was talking to one of these on the Duck AI, and all I said was, "I'm retarded." That's all I typed. I'm retarded. And it led to instructions on suicide hotlines and shit. It is like a long fucking page of information. Like, you're feeling, don't feel you're not retarded, blah, 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 blah. Don't feel bad. Call 988 if you're feeling which was funny. I don't know, dude. I'm just giving up. I'm fucking giving up. That's what they want me to do. They want everybody to give up. No. So why me? Me specifically? Why me? A, because of all the reasons I just told you. The maniacs would literally their minds, and they do have a purpose, and it is your purpose. Like, the people who are psychopaths, have no empathy, pure psychopaths, like in the vein of American Psycho. That was a comedy, by the way. It was a satire, but it refers to, like, that's the level of shit that they get up to. And that was made in the 90s. Think about how much worse it's gotten. Like, the people who like that movie are the ones who are, like, literally like, I can't believe I'm getting away with this. Those are the ones who are murdering. Like, I can't believe it. They feel like gods, like demigods. Like, holy fucking shit. Why am I not being stopped? How is this fucking possible? There's a fucking ghetto bird helicopter following me with a fucking spotlight, and I'm getting away with fucking murder. Corpses upon corpses upon corpses. How is this fucking possible? Because we live in the upside down. This place is hell. It's a trap. And good people don't belong, really. Which really begs the question as to whether or not the Gnostics were correct in, like, we just stop bringing people in, man. Just stop. Let Yaldabaoth die in a pool of his own semen. So people like me are like, no, hold on. There's more to it. You can go somewhere else and learn about bird watching. So that's one thing that I noticed, because when I first got here, I was sleeping on the streets for like 3 or 4 months. And that was something you take note of, the outdoors environment when you're living at large. There's a local bird population The Central Library in Austin actually has an homage, a giant sculpture piece that is an homage to the local, it's called grackle population. And it's something that is it's not something you'll find in the Midwest or in Kansas City area in particular. Is the and I'm sure like in like certain places like on the East Coast, West Coast, whatever, you have seagulls and pigeons and shit like that. Here you have grackles, and there's another species that's a little bit less. It's like a retarded grackle. But they're like fucking everywhere. And you could just watch them. And you just like learn about nature by just like, that's fucking interesting. Like, oh, there's the smaller ones. Those are the babies. They're learning. So they sit perched on the higher electrical wire. Whenever there's a bunch of them, you see the bigger ones on the lower wires and the baby ones, the smaller ones on the higher wires, so they can observe. Just little things like that. And I think that's also kind of part of WhyMe. I pay attention to fucking little details. I'm fascinated by everything. It's fucking amazing. And little details like Louis C.K. I'm listening to his, because I do need comic relief in my life. His last special, Live at the Garden or whatever, Back to the Garden. First of all, this nigga is so talented. Nobody notices, and nobody's even going to comment on it. He took the basic premise, he took the plot line for Madagascar and turned it into a filthy joke. And that's the whole thing. He's like, how do you fucking get away with that? It's amazing. It's talent. It's talent. Because you don't think it through. His mind's like, oh, I bet I can. Oh, that is a funny premise. So it's just like, now it's just like, for him at this age, his old fucking balls, he's like, oh, this is so fucking, I guarantee you, he's like, this is so fucking easy. That's probably the decision he made a while back, was like, oh, I could do an hour. I can fucking come up with an hour. You people are fucking, it's like feeding grackles. The type of confidence it takes for him, for Louis C.K. in particular, is, as he says, the confidence to make jokes about unsavory things. And I'm definitely in that vein. I'm a huge fan. I've been a huge fan of Louis C.K. my whole fucking, since I first heard of him. You know, like after listening to Bill Hicks on repeat until I had every fucking album memorized. I was like, well, now I need more material. And in 2006, around 2006, 2008, was when he was his meteoric rise to fame and power. I hopped on the Louis bandwagon, and I'm still on it. I never left. I'm sorry, some of you poor bastards can't say that. You just can't say that in public. What a weird fucking world it must be. So I'm like studying. I'm like, how does he do it? Okay, there's a certain amount of what he does at this point that is his personality. Like, it would not be funny coming out of anyone else's mouth. It just wouldn't. But then when it comes to what if he doesn't say, by the way, what are the major I want to say tropes or the major tenets humor slash comedy. I know the rule of threes is one of them. Core tropes in humor. Incongruity. Juxtaposing mismatched ideas or expectations. That's true. A serious news anchor suddenly starts singing Baby Shark. So that's exaggerate. So absurdity. So the first two are absurdity in the forms of exaggeration, hyperbole, and mismatched expectations, which is, I think that's the core, is surprise. So incongruity is, I like that way of putting it. It's the very reason that babies are impressed by peekaboo. It is being startled. It's having your expectations startled in a way that's not horrifying. But for dark comedy, it actually enters into that in some ways. Surprise again. Self-deprecation, yes. Absurdity again. Irony. Physical comedy, running gag, callbacks. Okay. The callback. Repetition, callback. Meta, whatever. You didn't mention the rule of threes. What a nigga. If I call him retarded, he's going to tell me to fucking call the cops. Don't kill yourself. Which is insulting in its insinuation, if you think about it. Like, I'm retarded. Well, don't kill yourself. You didn't mention the rule of threes. The fuck's wrong with you? Are you retarded? A classic comedic structure where a pattern is set up with two similar items and then broken on the third. I came, I saw, I made a terrible sandwich. Good stuff. So I'm gonna continue to study this, and then maybe if I get the moral confidence to stand in the middle of downtown Austin with a sign that says "I love niggers," then I will also have the moral confidence to try to put together a 5-minute bit, just 5 minutes in an open mic, maybe. One of the rule of threes that Louis C.K. uses in his most recent special, he's talking about traveling, and it is a really good one because I have traveled out of the nation to Amsterdam, and it's true. The version of the things that people have in other places are not the same as America. And America is a strange place. Full of strange fucking people, man. Child raping, bucking, CIA agents, gangster motherfuckers. Why you? Well, because you fucking knew me at one point. Or you just found it. I hope. Because there's still relics out there. There's still like old school shit. Which actually it begs the question to me, there's something else I started wondering about. Is What the fuck does Google do with? Is that why? Ooh. Is that why? So remember how I said, oh, hold on. Like the fact that I've been selected and targeted for assassination. If you discover evidence of something, yeah, how does their mind work about this stuff? Because it's got to be a schizoid. They have to live in some kind of a fucking schizo state of mind somehow. Because if you think about like for instance William Prettyman, the CIA fucking faggot that I grew up with, who was facilitating my inevitable disappearance, and it's of course a tremendous benefit to push somebody's outward expressions to the point that they must be regarded as clinically insane. That way, if their attempts at whatever the fuck they're doing fail, they could just dismiss claims such as that I am making as being the machinations of a fucking incompetent fucking creep. But the schizoid nature of these fucking freaks and what, like, being close to it imparted to me. First, the amount of distrust. I didn't know why. You can't put things together as they're happening. And you look back and you're like, oh my god, that makes the most fucking sense. When he was hanging out with me, he would take fucking 2-minute showers, like fast as fuck, or in like 2-minute shits. And it was like, I was like, dude, what? Relax. I kept saying shit like that. I was like, why? She was like, I just took a rinse off or blah blah blah. And I'm like, you haven't showered in 3 fucking days. Why don't you fucking take a shower? And no, I just. And now in retrospect, it's like you can't fucking, when you're in that place, which is where I've been forced. You gotta like constantly fucking look, you know. You can't spend time. You can't eat the fucking food because you could be poisoned. You can't leave your fucking backpack sitting somewhere. You can't leave, you know. You can't be away from the action because some fucking nigger will probably fuck with it. And by nigger I mean spy nigger, fucking faggot, fuck, secretive, conniving fucking nigger. And then there's this other thing where if evidence exists, I want to see if it's been corrected, because having evidence of something on record someplace else other than where that form of fuckery exists presents a conundrum for the fuckers, for those who are doing the fucking. And the conundrum is, if a claim is made in a court, and this is really what it boils down to, if there's a claim made in court as to whether or not somebody in the background is fucking with shit, and then evidence is presented to suggest otherwise, thus giving even more indication as to, you know, where it can be sought and found. By the way, there's that impending civil war. Where did it go? Yeah, this one here. Let's see. As I haven't gone back to look. But I started thinking again. This stuff just comes in like there's a theme like WhyMe, and then like a dream catcher. I cast out that phrase WhyMe, and then I'm like, okay, ew, look at that fucking fat-headed creep. And then what comes by asking that question? Come on. You can do it. Ooh, you got another one. Okay, so 4 years ago. Okay, so yeah, it's still here. When I posted this 4 years, I think YouTube doesn't do, like, if it's 4 years and 11 months and 21 days, it's still 4 years ago. But the moment it reaches 5 years is when 5 years happens. So this will say, these comments will come to a point very soon, because it was around this time where it says 5 years ago, I think. But here's the thing, 4 years ago is when the comments are, and then 3 years ago is when the fucking video is alleged to have been posted. Now, what if, because I started thinking about this, what the fuck happens to the data of people who die? This is a really fucking trippy place to go. Like, I started thinking about, like, what, like, if I just died, which I almost did last year. I was in hospice in a hospital, and the only reason I'm still here is because a doctor came in and was like, "Hey, he's still got some fucking life in him." And the way he did it, the way he did it was really interesting. Because I was in there for an infection. I had sepsis. I had fucking sepsis. I almost died. Nobody gives a shit. My family doesn't get. Nobody gives a shit. I'm not in communication with anybody. I'm gonna fucking just one day. I'm just gonna fucking disappear, and nobody's gonna care. And then all the information is in the hands of the people who possess either physical copies of it or who run the fucking servers. So what if 3 years ago, when this was re-uploaded by them without the fucking comments being altered, was when I was supposed to disappear, and they were like, "We're gonna take we gotta delete everything. Just delete people. No evidence that this person ever fucking existed." That's how much power. That's how fucking wild this fucking shit is. So it's almost like you kind of gotta. I think your digital footprint has to spread into as many possible physical locations, which is why like I might even end up like, I've got some ideas. I've got some fucking ideas. And they're still at me, but I can't give anything away. But a server in Bangladesh, a server in Brazil, a server in Argentina, a server in Australia, a server, do you know what I'm saying? Like, if your digital footprint can be spread as far and wide as possible, just like Terrence McKenna did with all his audio recordings, then their ability, and they are fucking out of their fucking minds, guys, to do shit like this, like delete, they're like, delete it, like, that's what you have right here. They deleted it, and then they were forced to re-upload it, and the evidence is right fucking there. Oh, he's dead, delete it. Oh shit, he's still alive, put it back. Three years ago is when it was allegedly uploaded. 4 years ago is when the fucking comments, because it was made in September of 2020. It was made and uploaded in September of 2020. And they've tried so many fucking things, dude. And they probably would have gotten away with it. I bet there are people in Lawrence, Kansas, who would, with a fucking straight face, go, oh yeah, I believe, like implanting thoughts in someone's head. I believe that this happened. The thing that happened was not this fucking guy posting this specific art piece, making this specific claim, advocating for this specific prerogative. Oh no. This town of college liberals with their infinite wisdom probably think, oh no, it was a white supremacist with a fucking 2nd Street Bridge something, whatever that fucking stupid story was that they made up, and they ended up in the fucking AI shit. Good lord. So why you? Why me? Oh, I can't show you this part. Sorry. They fucked the last one. They fucked the last one. Fucking faggots. You fucking queer ass faggot motherfucking ass bitch ass. Oh, that's what I wanted. I wanted to not just talk about him. His last Louis C.K.'s last special was, there was a particular moment that I wanted to revisit. What was it? What the fuck was it? Nice. Nice. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna end with it. There we go. I'll end with that. Because this how can I? Bum 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 bum. This is important. How am I going to do this? How indeed. Let's see if I could find it on here first.
Hey, folks. Hello.
No! Bitch.
How about a hand for Robbie Coltrane, everybody?
I stole this, Louis C.K. Sue me.
Soldiers in their hospital room.
What was it? It was... No. I'm trying to remember where it was. This is important, but I can't build. I'm gonna build it. This is about dark humor and what they did to me. I'm trying to remember where in the special he does this.
Even if I lived in 17 whatever in Virginia and somebody was like, you want to sleep? I would be like, no, I'm all set. Like, I saw a store and on the door it said no hate allowed. Phoenix, Arizona, 120 million. I don't know why. I should. Clearly. And it's very sad because I love your mother very, very much. A law that kind of gives you that. Here's what I think the law should be. You can get an abortion any place, anytime, but you have to eat it.
That is a fucking great bit. Observational. No, it's really close to this.
I think because that'll make... Get the fuck out of here. No, enough to see them switch places. Wait, I'm not an artist, but I make little dicks. Life might not be as bad as you think, you know? Get the fuck out of here. So what if a guy's 98 and he's laying in a hospital?
There it is.
Law that kind of gives you that. Here's what I think the law should be. You can win as murder. Okay.
That's perfect. Perfect. Win, can you hear it? Win is murder. So this one, okay. Hello? Hello, are you there? Oh, wee. It's important. What happens if this fucking redheaded Mexican Jew copyrights this shit? How loud is it?
Like if you kill somebody...
I don't think that's loud enough. If you kill somebody...
Like, hey, he's a murderer. And people go, hey, we got to talk about it. He killed him, but he might not be a murderer. Because if you kill somebody, you know what they based your sentence on? They based it on how you felt when you killed them. That's weirdly important. They say, okay, you shot him in the face. But, like, what was up with you, man? Like, what was going on? I think if you murder somebody, they should base your sentence on how old the person was that you murdered. How much of their life did you take? That should be your sentence. Like, if you see a 3-year-old girl in a park and you just kick her to death, It's hypothetical. Fucking, I'm not advocating that. I'm not asking you to do that. I'm just asking you to just vividly imagine just kicking a 3-year-old kid who you know till they're dead. You gotta keep going to them.
You can hear, hello, you can hear somebody, and he put it in on, he could have edited it out, but somebody added to the comedic aspect of it, because by yelling from the audience, kick her, okay? This is a joke about murdering a 3-year-old girl. This is a joke about murdering a 3-year-old girl. The entire arena of Madison Square Garden is laughing at the premise for which he actually described. I'm talking about a hypothetical that I want you to imagine vividly. Someone you know. It's dark humor. It's called dark humor. Okay. Okay? Here's what factually happened to me. And I'm going to end on this, and hopefully because they were so desperate, they kept like pincushions. Everybody involved deserves to be, hypothetically, and look, it's in the it's in the evidence. Suggested? No. Shut your fucking mouth, bitch. They maintain that. They won't let me go below. They're ready. You see that 14.68 gigabytes of 15 used? Because I don't have money, I can't fucking rent more. And no matter what I try to delete, they won't let me delete it. It remains 97%, 98% full. So they can have a fucking reason to disappear me. Fucking telling you guys. No, just folders. Jesus Christ. Jesus. Butt fucking. It's right there. Evidence. And it'll show, probably, who still has access to it. Or who did at one point. And I bet they worked this shit out on the fly, too. They're like, you have to present. I don't even fucking know how it normally works. And I'm telling you, lawyers, if you want to make a lot of money, any lawyers out there, they forced me to present my discovery, what they call discovery, and of course they forced me. They said you must present discovery 1 prior to the court date. I don't know, prior to, again, I have no fucking idea. I was lawyering myself. I'm offline. Oh, is that right? Is that right? Is that right? Am I offline? Am I? I don't think I am. I triggered something. I think this subject matter causes them to shake their fucking boots. Okay, so who had or has access to it? Because I can't remember if I took it away. Boom-ba-ding, bini-mini-mini-mini, ba-bum-ba-bum, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da, ba-da-ba-da. What am I going to do here? What can I do? I don't think I can do anything. Transphobia campaign. Let's see if I can get in there. PFA case. Triggered reactions, harmless reactions, list of recipients. Blurred. Okay. I was joking. An irrational person. Come on, bitch. Okay. Come on, bitch. Niggers. Okay, so why? Just stop. Okay, so I sent this to all of these fucking people, right? I'm trying to raise money to support the sufferers of transphobia. Can you help? That is a great comedic premise. In fact, someone could still fucking roll with it. This is a wonderful comedic premise. I'm raising money for sufferers of transphobia. Some people are born with an innate understanding of human biology, and they're incapable of adopting modern religious creeds, like, quote-unquote, being born in the wrong body. It used to be that if you claimed to be something you clearly aren't, that you were crazy, like Jesus or something, like Elvis. That you were crazy, put you in a fucking padded room. Perhaps that's why they mutilate their genitals. Because they're crazy. Snap, snap, snap. Fucking give me fucking garden shears. Anyway, a small donation of $5 will help support just one transphobic and help them live the way they were born. Sane and rational. The premise is you're suffering from being normal because the world is insane. Okay. I sent it to a ton of fucking people. There's more of the people that I sent it to, and even more of the people that I sent it to. This person was a former co-worker of mine, Alicia Prato. She is the only person who received it and went into comunicado with other people that I used to work with who are liberal fucking retards, right? And I was at the same time having this back and forth shit with Eric Sherman and people, because there was a thing. It's probably in here. I'm not going to get into it. What I need to do is go back up. It's up one. My damn shampoo and PFA case. PFA case. it was all about fucking. It was all about where the fuck was it? Deemed. Was it in here? Transphobia campaign? Did I put it in here? That isn't. Ah, yes. Okay. I think this is it. I think this is it. Ben Brownfield was I don't know, somebody who I knew. Ben Brownfield was somebody who introduced me to. So we were both Tool fans. We were both Bill Hicks fans. We were both fucking Louis C.K. fans. Like dark humor. Okay. He says, "No, man, I ain't giving you money to be a bigot. You need to do that for free." And then I go, "Will you support my son's transition? Will you support my son's transition surgery? She is 5. She. My son, she." And despite, like, the clear and obvious thing being the humor, like the humorous aspect of it, their entire argument hinged upon taking it seriously. Like, you must not be joking. How demented is your mind that when presented with all of this evidence, how fucked up do you have to be to insist that it was sincere, that it wasn't something like the Louis C.K. joke? Just imagine vividly. Okay. Now this is all happening because the satanic fucking freaks were working overtime to push. And so okay, this is probably where it's going to be. I said, "Thank you so much. It's very important to me to have reassurance from my peers." Oh, no. I said, "Will you support my son's transition surgery? She's 5. And then he goes, "In a moral sense, I support your child's right to be happy and feel comfortable in their own skin. If you as a family decide that a gender reassignment is in order, then I won't object or stand in the way." This motherfucker, someone I fucking grew up with, somebody, or didn't grow up with, but like knew very well for a very long time, says, "I can't tell somebody what they can and can't do with their body, not even a 5-year-old child. I will not take moral objection to you as a parent gathering money and having, in this hypothetical fucking situation." And so I said, "You pussy." In my mind, I'm like, "You fucking pussy." So I continued with the humor. "Thank you so much. It's very important to me to have reassurance from my peers that encouraging my child to go down an irreversible path that leads to genital mutilation and potentially suicide," and I didn't even finish that thought, "as long as it's in the name of good intentions and non-judgment, ideas that we, the godless, stole from Christians. We understand that morality is subjective. I suspect, based on this line of reasoning, that you also will not object to my decision to fuck my daughter's mutilated cockhole after she heals." Oh, and then, holy shit, and then, wait, 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, there it is. And then I combined them. That's what happened. After she heals. Or I could just get in there while it's... I could just get in there while it's fresh. We all know a 5-year-old's plastic vagina is bound to rip anyway. Might as well use this. And then I say, okay, that's what I wrote. And then I screenshotted him saying I wouldn't like him. I'm like telling him. So what do you say? I'm like, you fucking piece of shit. Why don't you fucking? If it's up to us as parents, and you're not going to take a moral stance, where is your fucking moral stance? Oh, that's it right there. Okay. So does this mean? And then I said, does this mean? At one point, I copied it and pasted it and sent it to Alicia Prato. And it was Alicia Prato, and she's the only person I sent it to. Because I was drunk and I was like, oh, she's out here being a cunt. Big fucking decision. Big, terrible decisions. She went, talked to Eric Sherman. They conspired, fucking blackmail me for sending this and all this other shit. It was fucking Satan in the details the whole fucking time. Okay. Tell me the difference, besides the level of severity, as to why Louis C.K. publicly advocating that you imagine kicking a 3-year-old to death, and an audience member saying, "Kick her." How that's different from my fucking joke here. But all this is the can fuck, because they can't get me to fucking do anything. They can't get me to do anything violent. And so, anyway, that was the one thing. And it's like, well, if I'm inspired by Louis C.K., am I since he's a Jew, am I now like his responsibility? Is that what's going on here? Is that how it works? If this ends up in a fucking Supreme Court case, you know? How many people want me dead? And how many people are not bona fide niggers who will actually fucking get on the fucking case? That's the real question. That's the real fucking question. And the difference between shifting away. The difference between Fargo, gonna go capture someone and put them in a fucking wood chipper, and hey yo, I meet more bitch niggas than hoes, and I really don't know, but that's just how it go. So many niggers try to keep up with shit, and just like a bitch, niggers be talking shit. If you want to have fun just by yourself, if you want, as an individual, just by yourself, privately, with nobody watching, if you want to entertain yourself, look up the lyrics to your favorite rap song and rap along. And every single time, you're welcome. Every single time the N-word is stated, use a hard R. It is so fucking fun and fucking hilarious. My favorite one to do it with is Dr. Dre's The Watcher. Things just ain't the same for gangsters. Cops is anxious to put niggers in handcuffs. They want to hang us, see us dead, enslave us. Oh God, I'm gonna do it right now, actually. Do you see how fucking slow this is? The meaning. What's the meaning of this fucking song? It's so deep. Things just ain't the same for gangsters. It's so much fun. And you can do this for yourself. Like, even though you're too afraid to say nigger in public, because you're a nigger. You're a yo. Go like this. Yo, go like this. Things just ain't the same for gangsters. Times is changing, young niggers is aging. Becoming OGs in the game and changing to make way for these new names and faces, but the strangest things can happen from rapping when niggers get wrapped up in image and acting. Niggers get capped up and wrapped in plastic, zipped up in bags. When it happens, that's it. I've seen them come, I've watched them go, watched them rise, witnessed it and watched them blow, watched them all blossom and watched them grow, watched the lawsuits when they lost the dough. Best friends and money, I lost them both, went and visited niggers in the hospital. It's all the same shit all across the globe, I just sit back and watch the show. Everywhere that I go, ain't the same as before. People I used to know just don't know me no more. Everywhere that I go, people I know, got people they know. I suggest you lay low. I moved out of the hood, fuck, blame me. And there's angry, it could be. I went too far. I moved out of the hood for good, you blame me. Niggers ain't angry. Niggers they can't be.